Hey guys, what is going on? KingOfEmAll here, and we are back today with another video on the myth grind. If you could take a minute, please like and comment. It is more appreciated than you know. Trying to get back on, the grind and all that stuff, it's not an easy thing, Numbers are a lot lower than they were before. I know I said I'm not too into the numbers thing, but it's uplifting to, I'm just trying to get back to a point to where I was. So if you guys can please, do whatever and all that kind of stuff, just know it helps a ton. But basically today, I just want to talk about WW2 as a whole and some tips and tricks that might be able to help you guys, get better at the game. I'm not going to say you're going to become an MLG pro for what I'm going to talk about, but these are just some little things that I've noticed from playing the game for, about 2 days now, that might be able to help you guys. So I just made a little list. It's not going to take long, it's nothing major, but it's just a couple little things that might help you get better, and honestly, that anything helps, right? So I want to make clear, these tips and tricks, like I said before, aren't going to make you an MLG pro, but you could just see in the 2 games I'm going to show in the back here. The first one I joined late, I went 10-6, and the second one I went 15-12, and that 15-12 is still a 1.25 KD, so if you're an average player on a 0.9, a 0.8, a 1, the uplift to a 1.2 would be definitely a significant improvement. So if you're over that, unless you're really trying to learn some new things that you don't really know, if you're above that, then you're going to know this stuff. This is for the guys, maybe you're just getting back into COD or something, but I just want to try and help everyone be aware. And just the way I think COD made this game this year, they made it really well. In a way, it really plays to some of what people want to call the sweaty players, and that's what I want to talk about. You gotta sweat a little more. You gotta try hard a little more, I feel, this year. And the reason for that being is, I feel the biggest thing is, to me, it feels like it takes so many bullets to kill someone. Getting the first shot into someone is so key, being able to move around and not get hit. People are drop shotting more this year due to the fact, it's just little things like that. It's so key. Drop shotting is not on my list, but it's definitely people, they're bringing it more to the table this year because of how many bullets it takes to kill someone. And if you get that first shot into someone, it's kind of, you need the first shot or you're screwed. Also, you gotta aim higher, too. Don't forget about Mosh. Aim higher. Yes. Pan. You're awesome. I love you. Alright, so the first thing, just gonna kind of start from the basic. You gotta determine your play style. You're gonna determine how you want to play the game. For me, I've been playing the infantry division just because I like it. The biggest thing to me, I do have this on the list, and I'll get to that later. The bayonet is a huge bonus, but aside from that, that's more in-game stuff. So first off, you have to determine your playstyle, mountain, infantry, whatever the hell you're going to be, and you got to look at the benefits of that and how they're going to help your game style, because, if you're a running gunner like me, I use infantry. Once again, the bayonet, it's easy, it's a one knife when you're close to someone, and, if you want to, be more of a suppressor kind of person with SMG or the mountain, whatever, you got to look at what you do in the game if you snipe, how you play, and look at the benefits and what benefits are going to help you, because you got to take any advantages you can get in this game. The second tip I found in this game is the secondaries are not that good. Definitely use the overkill thing, I forget what it's called, but definitely you're going to want to have 2 primaries. In the background, you're going to see my primary, I have a bar, and then I have 2 different secondary classes. I have a sniper on one, and I have SMG on the other. When you're in these gunfights, boys, and sometimes it'll take me 10 to 12 bullets with the bar to kill someone, and then if you have another 2, 1 or 2 guys coming behind that, and you use the last year 8 ammo, you're going to die. And if you switch to your machine pistol, you got 10 shots, and those go so quick, and they're so inaccurate, and they're so weak, it's going to be hard to kill someone. So you quickly swap to an SMG or a, whatever secondary weapon you want, and you have a fresh 30 rounds in the clip. So that means you have 50 shots, basically, and you can switch to that shorter than it takes to reload while, someone's back to reload or anything kind of like that, which I feel is a huge bonus. And if you're sniping, like I have the bar and the Lee Enfield right now because I don't have the Springfield yet, I have my bar, then if someone's long range, I can quickly, just swap out, go to the Enfield, I can get them, or if I'm in an entry and somewhere, I can tag them and all that kind of things. So definitely, I think one of the biggest keys in this game, use 2 primaries, an AR and an SMG, an LMG and SMG, whatever combination is best for you. That ties back into, your play style, however you're going to want to do it. But no doubt, I don't like the secondaries this year at all. Boys, if you want a big advantage, I think the first thing you have to do is use 2 primary weapons. Then still while you're in your class setups, once you, use your guns for a little bit and you unlock, the different sights and stuff like that, and when you get aimed on the sight kills, you actually get different symbols and stuff for when you aim in. I can't think of the word right now, but yeah. Another big thing for me, I would want to tell you guys, is change those. When you zoom in, you have the big circle with the circle here, and it's it really is, it's this big to start off, and I feel there's a ton of recoil when I use that sight, and I never noticed it at first. Like my guns, like I'm using a barn, it's bouncing all over the place, and I could not keep nothing steady, and I'm like, what is this? Then I picked up another gun off the ground, and it had one of the different ones. It was like the 3 smaller dots going up, and I was shooting, and it was an SMG, and I got long shot kills, and I'm like, what the hell? So definitely change your symbol for when you aim down the sight. I don't know why, but it provides me with less recoil, which helps me to create a better shot. And I don't know if that, like, it's just, even when I have grip and everything else on, it's just, the symbols are smaller, maybe it helps you just be more defined, but change that. For me, it did provide me with less recoil, and that is a huge bonus when you're in a gunfight, because, less recoil, you don't feel like you're spraying, you're going to be more accurate, and always aim towards the head with that. Alright, so now moving into when we're actually in the gameplay kind of thing. So, first off, you determine your play style, you got your 2 primary weapons, and hopefully you use your primary gun enough now to where you can change a thing before you aim on the sight. So now you're actually instant gameplay here. So say, you expect people are in a room and stuff like that. Always entry with grenades, because they do 2 great things. One, they provide damage, and like I said, with how many bullets it takes to kill people in this game, any bonus damage you can get helps a ton. So if you do even this much damage right there, you already got that advantage. So maybe you don't get that first shot in, maybe they're holding the angle, maybe they're holding the corner, they're going to hit you first, but since they already got the damage, you're still able to rush in, shoot them, maybe you run and you jump in too, that's another thing, run, jump in, do something dumb, when you're shooting, move around a little bit, almost CSGO kind of tactics, do not stand still, become a target, you'll kind of figure out eventually, sometimes you're going to want to stand still and stuff like that, but when you can, be moving and make it harder for them to hit you. So back to what I was saying, before you rush in, use grenades for those 2 reasons. 1, you can do damage, and 2, the smoke in this game from a grenade, explosion, does a really good job of providing cover. So it's almost like a mini smoke grenade with damage in a way, because if you throw it at a door and it blows up, you can run through with the smoke caused through that door. They're not going to see you run through. So maybe you run right this way at them on an angle, maybe you go out, maybe you go up, and that helps you create an angle and getting you that advantage of getting the first shot. So always lead with grenades when possible. Then another thing, if someone tries to do that to you, pre-aim or pre-fire. Because it's so key to get that first shot in, and if you already got, your damage, always pre-aim when you can, and always pre-fire when you can, because it's the biggest thing. Pre-fire on corners, pre-aim if you're holding the corner, you have to get that first shot in, because what I figured out, that first shot on your enemy is key to getting those kills. So boys, pre-aim, pre-fire, lead with grenades, all that good stuff. Then another thing, tying back to what I was talking about, the bayonet. If you're rushing around, you run into a corner, say you grenade, then you lead in, and you got your bayonet on, right? And this person's kind of shooting you a little bit, but they're literally right next to you. It's not, shooting, because if you try and whack them, it's a 2-hit whack. If you got the bayonet, boom, 1 kill, like it's over. He has no chance. My rule of thumb for the bayonet is, here's my controller right here. If you can't use the left stick at all, if you can just move the right stick and spin 360 and click it, that's like what I figured out the range of the bayonet is. You have no lunges with the bayonet this year, like you had Commando Pro and all that kind of stuff in WW2. So what I figured out, because I've tried to do that, like I've tried to run and I'm running at people on a bayonet charge, and it just does not work out well because they're too far, or I don't have that momentum built up, and often when you bayonet charge, you're not going to have that momentum built up. So bayonet, use it when you're shoulder to shoulder. Let's say, don't move the left analog stick at all. I have to try and do it. If you're that close, bayonet, boom, easy kill. That's why I prefer the infantry division this year. That bayonet is another advantage on top of those 2 primaries. Then next on the list, I had dolphin dive. Dolphin diving is used for more when you don't see someone and they're shooting at you and there's an object you can get behind cover. Some guy's in a window up here, you're down here, he's shooting at you, you got a box right here, you're running, you dolphin dive, so your guy lunges through the air, spreads out, and hopefully, you're diving away from him so that way he's going to hit your feet, cause less damage, all that little things. You got your hit zones, most damage, most damage, least damage, down, it just kind of goes straight down. So if there's boxes or anything you get behind cover and you don't know where you're getting shot from, make a leap of faith. It might not always work, but definitely switch up the way your guy's running, because don't let him, because if your head just going like this, it's just boop, 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 boop. All he has to do is follow a trail and go up a little bit, and he's going to constantly get your head. You dolphin dive, you're at the back, it's a fucking 1 in probably 10, I'd say, chance you're going to get away. But I don't know if it's in the gameplay. I'm trying to think. I know I got bayonet kills. I know I load with grenades sometimes, and I know I really tried to show off my use of 2 primaries. I didn't get to pre-aim and pre-fire, but I tried to cover as much of these stuff when I was pre-recording this gameplay just to show you guys, what happening really does help in a way. So yeah, just dolphin dive anytime you can, anytime you think it's useful to get away, anytime you're getting shot from, higher up point or a point where, you can get away, because it takes so many bullets to kill you in this game. If you're right by a corner, boom, you're good. You'll be chilling. So now the last thing I do have to get into is just, this is some more advanced stuff. This is if you're gonna party with people, if you're not having success, say you're a domination player, try, you know, TDM, try War, try Search, try game modes. Find a game mode that's more comfortable, like with you, that's going to suit your style. Me, I'm a TDM kill confirm mainly right now, because I just like to run and gun. I'm not with the whole camp and all that stuff no more. I should get boring. I just like to run around and go. So, you know, domination, people are camping to control the flags, you know, that stuff, playing more of an objective. I like TDM because the objective just is, you know, get kills. Definitely going to probably get more into Search and Destroy, though, here once I get more comfortable with the game. But right now, I'm just getting used to the maps, and the best way to learn the maps is to run around and that kind of stuff. And just, I don't know. For me right now, it's TDM, and I'm just enjoying it because it's running gun, the games are quick, I'm getting a lot of XP, and it's just all going great. I'm top 3 fragging mainly in like almost every game I play, so that is definitely a big benefit. Then, you know, on top of the game mode, just another thing, map control, I found out is really huge in this game, too. If you know you're controlling the map, it's easy, kind of, I feel, to spawn kill. Like, I'm seeing a lot when I'm rushing into other people's spawns. There will be 2, 3, even 4 guys lined up back there. So if you're getting the spawns going on, you know, map control is huge. And to, you know, be able to get that map control going, play with friends, party up with people, you know, have your plans if you're all going to do this, and definitely just try and control the map, you know, have guys here, spawn trap and back in the back, and then you can really do it, because just to me, map control seems like it's so, you know, much more effective than it's been in the previous COD, which I like, you know. I think they're trying to add in a lot more of this stuff, and I think that map control thing is going to really transfer well into esports. But just talking general pubs games, just, boys, map control, try and set up, you know, don't let the enemy team push up into your spawn, push into theirs. I know that kind of goes, you know, everyone's going to say every COD, you know, spawn trap, but to me, it's just something, map control is huge in this COD. That's all I really have for you guys here today, going through my list. If you think I missed anything, please comment it down below. I'm going to go through my full class setups in a video tomorrow. And if you guys have any more tips that I could talk about, or any, you know, anything, and want me to answer any questions on this, please comment down below. Just to wrap up one more time, I'm just going to go through the whole list if you want to hear it again. First off, determine your play style, which, you know, division is going to work best for you. Use 2 primary weapons, because the advantage of having that full 30, you know, bullet on your back compared to a 10 single shot pistol is huge when you're in a gunfight trying to get multiple people pushing the spawn, which comes from your map control. Change your symbol when you aim on the sight. I found the smaller ones give you less recoil. That's always a benefit. Lead with your grenades. If you're holding your angles, be sure to pre-aim, and if you're rushing in after you launch with your grenade, pre-fight a little bit. If you got a big clip on SMG, it helps a ton. Use your bayonet also when rushing if the guy is within a full 360 turn of you and you have to use your right stick and not your left. Dolphin dives can help you get away from long-range shooters if you don't know where they are or you don't have a chance to kill them. Get your map control, play with your friends, and be sure you're playing the game mode that's right for you. Other than that, it's been KingOfEmAll. I love you guys. I hope this helped you become a little better player, or open your eyes and maybe start thinking about what you're going to play. After you start doing this stuff, it'll just happen without thinking. Hope you enjoy the gameplay in the background, and I hope to see you all in these Twitch streams coming up soon. Love you guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you. Peace. How many worlds would